No way, they actually named a set Immortal Phoenix. So, who had this on their bingo sheet? Welcome to Immortal Phoenix. This is going to be the third core booster pack for 2026 and will be going on sale in Japan on October 31st, 2026. This, I believe, will be our January set. If I recall, we're usually 2 to 3 months behind. So yeah, it should put us in January. This will include a multitude of brand new themes, and you can build a variety of brand new theme decks with just the cards in this pack. Okay, so we're keeping up with the trends with the retrains. It's kind of cool. Also, there will be cards for past popular themes of the latest products, allowing you to upgrade a variety of decks, and also cards featuring the overframe design are scheduled to be continuing with this release. And of course, the first print run will include a +1 expansion pack. This pack will include cards that are either members included in the theme or share a major synergy, and will come in high rarity and some brand new. Immortal Phoenix will go on sale October 31st, 2026. Oh boy, where do we begin? Well, it's not a Kaiba set, honestly. That's my first thing that I was taken aback from with this, right? Because we were thinking that they were going to follow the pattern of one of the earlier set lines where we had Yugi, Joey, and then it went Kaiba, and then there was things like Mai later on down the pack line. But no, we've actually broken that pattern now. It actually looks like Merrick is going to be the headliner for this, and it's actually crazy that we're taking a step away from Kaiba here, because I figured, I guess they want to go through the original manga and provide, you know, retrains to truly each of the themes. Now, gosh darn it, this means with the current formula, with the way that things are going, that means we're about to get an actual Winged Dragon of Ra archetype. That is sick. All right. That means that our boy Dragato is going to be back. Metal Reflect Slime. We might even actually, Egyptian God Slime retrain? Merrick had an entire arsenal of completely and bonker-tastic things that just were something that Merrick shouldn't have had access to. And honestly, I'm kind of excited for this. Merrick, so since the set is called Immortal Phoenix, how much slots are we going to dedicate to the Winged Dragon of Ra here? Obviously, like we did with Joey's theme and Yugi's theme, you know, the Immortal Phoenix will probably be the boss monster, but are we going to have a base Winged Dragon of Ra that can change into this? And also, this is pivoting back to the discussion that's been waiting to be had with the whole, you know, topic of the manga set. You know, we don't know if the 3 Egyptian gods are going to receive retrains within that. So it's highly possible they just toss new manga rares at us at that stage, but that is a very interesting topic of conversation because they want these, I guess it's actually like a conflict of design philosophy at this point, because these themes are designed to stand alone. You know, if we're going to have a competitive Winged Dragon or Raw theme, you're not going to play a Winged Dragon of Raw retrain unless somehow the retrain allows you to play it. You see what I'm saying? It becomes redundant to redesign the Egyptian gods just to make a Winged Dragon of Ra that we can just slot into this theme and be able to do its thing. This does open up, though, some very interesting discussion points about how the later half of these arcs are going to go. If we're going to extend out these themes is this going to be a 2-year sort of thing? Or is it just going to go after this, we're just going to run into the final arc and kind of call it a day? I don't want that to be the case. Though a Herakli retrain would be really cool. Though Zork, the realization of getting a Zork theme, we are inching closer to Zork and the Dragon of Destruction actually becoming very real thing. I'm so excited for that, and I am loving the design philosophy for what Konami is pushing here. You know, the fact that, you know, we can see all of the really cool cards coming to help out these themes, and they're actually constructing, you know, actual bringing together and making it so that these cards are able to work. That's great. Now, go back over here to Kaiba for a second. So Kaiba's kind of lost in the void right now. Not saying that, like, Kaiba didn't have an important role within, you know, these series, but the way that Konami is approaching this in terms of, you know, design philosophy, we're jumping through the arcs right now. You know, Yugi started things off in Duelist Kingdom. Joey had the early Battle City. Now we're at the final stage here for Battle City with Immortal Phoenix. You know, we're looking at what the key events of each series are, and we're kind of going from there. And it's just Kaiba's role. He's important as the rival, but we didn't start with the rival for this arc. We started straight away with Yugi, and we started moving around from there. And Bakura's next, in theory, with Zork. Like, there's no way that you really get to design this unless you design Zork as an entirely separate entity and then give, you know, Bakura, Dark Necrofear, and Diabound retrains and some stuff like that. That'd be really cool. And, you know, we can just kind of shove Zork into the special manga set and kind of call it a day from there. So, sorry, Kaiba. I guess Kaiba's just somewhere up over here because he's going to be nowhere to be seen. So now the questions are as follows. For this set, you know, will we see Egyptian God retrains, or are we just going to milk the original forms for these and leave them the way they are now that we basically have confirmation that a Winged Dragon of Ra theme will be coming? Does this also mean that Kaiba is completely out of the picture, which there's nothing at this stage that says, oh, hey, Kaiba cannot get tossed into one of these other sets somewhere along the way. So also means, you know, are we going to... Where's the potential for Harpy Lady support, too? Because I don't think Mai and Bandit Keith should be left out of this either. And we've already seen, you know, take a look at Rush Duel. Look at the success that Harpies had in that block. Like, there was... People loved Harpies, man. That was probably one of the more successful runs that Konami could have done, was bringing that in. And if you truly do have the capabilities to upgrade these themes, then bring the Harpy Tiara wearing queens into this. You know, you've also, you know, making a Harpy's Pet Dragon and making multiple Harpy Ladies, you know, Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3 retrains that could functionally work in different numbers for consistency. See, you've already proven to us, Konami, that Mind Shuffle can work as a deck. Joey needs a little bit more, but, like, you've proven to us that you can work these main themes to the point of, dare I say, you know, it's good. They've retooled the current arc to provide us with enough tools. It's just, what do we do from here? I guess is my thing, because you got to remember, this will be after Joey's set. You know, you will be going into this set with 8 additional themes, and I mean, they'll be cranking this up. Also, the set drops on October 31st. Don't think that Konami is not going to drop some, you know, Master Duel tie-in to this, because they did it before. They did, like, the little Halloween surprise with this. So I do fully have a feeling here that they're going to be tossing in some little bits of crumbs for the holiday, because they like to do this. But I really have nothing else here. I cannot wait to see which guest famous appearances we're going to see within this archetype, and how Konami's going to design this to functionally work, because, you know, certain boss modes are going to be problematic for things, but I think that Konami has a way to go about this. I think that there is a tool here that can be perfectly done, and we just need to be patient to see where this goes. So please take a second to actually, you know, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Patrons! Thank you! Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.